Going. And just double check your Facebook if it's shared.
I'm going to go on my Facebook.
Okay, yes, we are on Facebook. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing this beautiful Sunday? I am here today with Adriana Delieva, my wonderful guest and a friend. Adriana is a transformational coach specializing in nutrition and changing the nutrition habits. Adriana, welcome.
Hello, Kasha. Thank you very much for inviting me to talk with you today. It's my pleasure. I'm very good today, re-energized from yesterday. Yeah. So how is everybody? I hope everybody's having a good day so far. And ready to start talking about eating habits and how they can help us to improve our lives on all levels. Mm.
Absolutely. I'm so excited because this is such a relevant topic. And as I observe people, they just have issues with the energy levels. This seems to be like a really big thing, really getting your highest energy level from the natural sources, because people are just used to using coffee and like other stimulants, coffee, sugar, and is it a good way? What's your take on that?
Well, yeah, that is quite a kind of fake energy, which is mimics your natural rhythm. And if you're just in a habit of doing all the time coffee, you just try to reduce it or kind of minimize it a bit and see how is your energy without coffee, because we all have a natural energy without coffee. If we start a glass of water in the morning and some fresh re-energizing fruit juices, it's a great boost of the day as well. But first, just start to reduce it, or as long as you just not drink it in the afternoon, and kind of choose the best quality version of the coffee that you're drinking, some very nice high quality brands if you're drinking it. That's my opinion about coffee. But I think it's more sustainable if you're having some great well-balanced diet. It sounds like a meat well-balanced diet, as long as I recently found that it's also good to supplement it, but the biggest part has to come from a good nutritional food source, which are whole foods and all the rainbow spectrum of the foods. And we also have to try to avoid and minimize all the processed foods, like we all know, sugar, flour, all of the biscuits, sweets that we eat. So yeah, and also because there is lots of controversial things in nutrition nowadays. And I guess we also have to look at the foods and all the manufacturing, how they're producing the foods. We also have to choose the best organic foods, which are produced in a low heat, not in a high heat, when they destroy all of their life enzymes and all the vitamins in there. We're just consuming empty calories, and our energy is going up, our blood sugar is going up, and that spike immediately, it's crashing down, and then we have to again reintroduce another sugar and another high carbohydrates foods, like are simple foods, in order to give us energy, but we can make it more sustainable with introducing more fat, fiber, and protein in our diet, a quality one, I mean. And
Fat, fiber, and protein.
yeah, that's, you remember all of that.
It sounds easy for you, but for many people, it's a challenge. So my question for you is, what is the simplest way of introducing these healthy eating habits, because you know, okay, you have tremendous knowledge on that and you live in a healthy way. I try to live in a healthy way, but most of the people, just like your clients, people who come to you, they really don't even know where to start. So what would you recommend?
I recommend that you eat as simple as possible and try with small steps to make big changes. For example, if you haven't used to drink water, but water is essential, as everybody knows, water is over 70% of our bodies, and we have to keep drinking in order for all of these nutrients to be transported in our bodies to all parts of um, us. So it's important to, for example, to start drinking every day, introduce one more glass of water, and you know, just focus on that 1 week,
Mm-hmm.
or at least choose 3 simple steps that you can do in a week. It could be
Okay, so
water, it
drinking
could
water
be,
can be one step. What else?
yeah, it could be something else, like introducing, for example, apple, celery, kale, or any organic food in your diet once a week. You choose
Mm-hmm.
one.
Okay, apple, celery, kale, water, and what would be the third advice?
And the third advice is, some people choose not to have breakfast, but you know, you really have to think how to bring that energy up in the morning if you struggle with that. And I would say try to have something small for breakfast, for example, punnet of grapes or something like that. And try also having consistent meal timing, like having breakfast, lunch, and supper no later than 7:30 in the evening, or at least 2 hours before going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And if we want to maintain and keep the energy that we have, what foods should we avoid? You've mentioned already the processed food and sugars. Is there anything specific we should have in mind?
Well, that is mostly the foods that we have to avoid, to include um, more natural whole foods and veggies. But as I'm plant-based, but even if I was not plant-based, I would, if I was eating meat, I would consider having more organic, grass-fed, that are not injected with hormones and antibiotics like that they're doing at the moment. And there is lots of people, and there is who are choosing not to eat meat because of ethical and environmental reasons, but some of them, they just choose it not to eat it because it's full of this harmful toxins for our bodies. When we introduce this in our bodies, they start creating problems in us, and they're not allowing us to absorb another nutrients, and also not allowing us to lose weight. If we want to lose weight, we should be able to have a better quality foods in our bodies in order to be
Yeah,
better.
that's a very good point, Adriana. So thank you for mentioning that. And I want to ask you also about the coffee, because for me it's like a controversial topic. When I look at diets, you know, a lot of diets say like, okay, you know, coffee is, you know, just brings toxins into your body. Another diets say like, no, it's quite okay because it's natural. What is your opinion on coffee?
Well, there is many people are doing okay on coffee, because there is two types of people. One is low oxidizer, and the other one is slow oxidizer, and the other one is high oxidizer. That means that you can process very quickly that coffee is going quickly through your body and it's
Mhm.
released. but some people it's staying much more in their bodies and cannot be processed. If you're from these people like me, you know, if I drink coffee in the morning, I'll not be able to sleep at night because it's giving me so much, stimulating my energy overly too
So,
much.
so, if,
But
so how do I know if coffee? So, if basically coffee is having so much impact on me that I cannot go back to sleep, I should basically minimize it.
yeah, drink it before lunch, not after lunch. Yeah, definitely. And choose the best quality brands of coffee possible that you can find out on the market. Research
Okay.
all the labels and how they're produced and exactly all the ingredients inside, not to have any artificial preservatives, no additives, no chemicals, just
Hmm.
clean coffee with highly produced
That's a very good point.
tea. So,
Um, I obviously now immunity, looking after our immune system is a very important topic, and nutrition, as we know, plays a big role in it. Basically, to build a healthy immune system. What would be your advice to, in small tangible steps for people to, to be able to implement quickly in their lives?
mm, well, vitamin D, I guess it's first, especially if you live in UK and in all the countries that the sunshine is not enough, because as we know, vitamin D is the it's building our immune system, and it's decreasing respiratory problems by 50%. So it's always great to supplement with vitamin D here in UK, and vitamin C as well. Vitamin
Mhm.
C is essential, like everybody knows. And try to research which are the high amount vitamin C foods, and try to incorporate the ones that are resonating with you, that make sense to you, and that you would enjoy, that your body and you would enjoy eating. Um, and the other one is probiotics. Probiotics are very good for our good bacteria in our gut, and our gut is, as we know, is interconnected to our brain. So when our gut is healthy, our brain is also healthy, so we make better decisions as well. And the other vitamin is sunshine and fresh air. As we all know, it's we feel so much better when we go outside on sunshine, and feel so much more relaxed and happy and great. So it just not all that nutrition is not just about food, you know, it's all our environment. We eat with all of our senses, all of our environment is our food. And
Hmm.
yeah, also including exercise and low inflammatory diet as well.
Yeah, what is low inflammatory diet? What
Low
does it contain?
Low inflammatory diet is all the products and ingredients that are not too acidic, because generally our body is quite acidic. Um, so we have to get more alkaline foods in order
Hmm.
to bring that anti-inflammatory response, because we have to keep that alkaline acidity balance in our bodies.
Hmm. So
So
it's alkaline food.
yeah, alkaline, lots of alkaline foods.
Okay, and what would be the example of alkaline foods that we eat on daily basis?
Well, most of the fruits and veggies and greens, mostly they're all alkalizing as general. You just have to pick all, which greens are working. When we said we have to eat all greens, you know, you just pick the one that is working for you. That's the
Hmm.
simplest one. Just put one. It could be spinach, it could be lettuce, it could be kale, bok choy. There is lots of varieties of so many greens. Choose one and then start creating something out of it, like get some of the best tomatoes or cucumbers or whatever veggies that you like, you know, just go in the shop, just say, okay, that looks nice, that's what I would love to eat, you know, and just that, you know, what you see, just follow your intuition. That's You
Mm.
know, just be deeply connected to your intuition and follow what your inner self is telling you that you should do. And that is going to be definitely the right choice you're doing.
That's a very good point, and it's a great way of looking at it, you know. Just yeah, go with the flow.
Yeah, and we also have to look at eliminating all of this toxic, harmful foods as a way, um, as the food is our best friend. Is there just to help us, to heal us. It's a healing. It's a healthy. So it's a part of us. We don't have to just look it just to make some quick fix or high, to bring some high ourselves, because our relationship to food and our body is impacting our health more powerfully than the food we eat. So it's always starting with improving your relationship to food, I guess, is the question. Start thinking from different angles about food.
Mm, yeah. And tell us a little bit more, because I know you are working on an ebook about high energy diet or foods, right? Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, I'm working on a body mind detox program, which is gonna be a super powerful for everybody who wants to bring their health and their energy and their well-being at peak level, and who wants to see how great their bodies are designed to feel. Um, and it's including lots of super powerful foods, the best quality of fats and fibers, healthy proteins, and lots of enhancing cleansing activities included, in order to support the cleansing process of the body. So it's kind of resetting your body and start feeling a whole new level of greatness, and total happiness and relaxation of the body. You just feel how your body is feeling naturally good, and even if things happening, you just feel good inside. It's quite nice. You know, I never knew that before doing this cleansing activities. After I've done them, I just, you totally feel totally new, different you in your own body, in your own skin.
That's true, and it feels amazing. I totally agree with you. So it's important to get that knowledge. So tell us, for those who maybe meet you for the first time, when the book will be available, and how can we obtain it?
So it's kind of ebook, but it's working with me as well, because when you go through this phases of the book and the steps that you're taking, and all the things, it might arise lots of questions, and you might encounter lots of challenges that you need to have a support and guides, somebody who can help you, because it could be challenging when you're making these big changes and transitions, to be supported in order to make sustainable changes. So it's not going to last just for the next month, it's going to last for years ahead, the changes that you make. So you need to have that support in place. And yeah, it's gonna be available in September, end of the September. And if anybody wants to join in that body mind detox program, they can easily message me or contact me on my Facebook page. They can reach out to me and tell me I'm in, I want to participate in, and then I'll just get back to them and explain all of the details, how they can participate, and all of the great benefits out of it.
And what is your way? What's the best way to reach you? Through your Facebook? And let's remind, what is the name of your Facebook page?
Yeah, Woman's Health and Lifestyle with Adriana. It's the name of my Facebook page. And they also can find me on my profile page, Adriana Delieva. It's easier as well.
Absolutely, you're tagged on this one, and also if anyone approaches me, I'll be happy to direct them
Thank you very much.
to you, Adriana. So I'm really looking forward because this program sounds so exciting, and I want to try it myself. And I want to include it in this knowledge. I want to share it. I want to include it in my own programs. Like the upcoming one is the 5-day challenge about the radiant mood and relaxed body. So I think the knowledge of nutrition can really contribute to radiant mood, right?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It can boost your mood a lot. You can have a sustainable mood throughout the day. It's just not gonna go up and down. It's gonna be all day long.
That's important. Yeah, that's really really important. Um, Good. What else? I need to look if I am not missing anything important. Um, Adriana, tell us a little bit more. How do you help your clients maximize their well-being through nutrition?
So first, I help them on a journey with me to explore what's possible for them, and then I provide them with 20% information and 80% transformation. So basically, I'm guiding them to connect to their intuition through food changes, because with all of this, that toxic abound in the world, there is lots of things that are blocking our intuition. So I'm helping through starting small nutrition changes to start connecting to their intuition and to discover which foods are best for them, and for their bodies, for their minds, and then they start taking proactive steps to healthier and happier version of themselves from an empowered place. And then I'm just like a guide as a bit of help to really, really connect to their inner guide, to their inner intuition, which might be blocked from different places. But it just includes not only nutrition but another techniques and methods which I'm using, we're doing mental rehearsal as well, and a lot of challenges and nutritions that will contribute as well. So yeah, that's the way I help them.
Yeah, and we speak regularly because we're in a great connection, and I'm always impressed with your knowledge on nutrition, on how and your willingness to help people. So that's what I've noticed, and it's a great way, of connecting with people who really care about because knowledge is one thing, but the fact that you really care about the well-being of others is absolutely awesome. So if anyone has any issues that would like to upgrade their mood, their well-being through nutrition, Adriana is the person to go to. Adriana, in terms of nutrition, I also want to mention about decluttering your eating habits. We've mentioned already the main points. Um, Now I would like to just ask you for a few pointers, few tips of how we can implement those healthy eating habits, and what do we have to eliminate, what do we have to change in order to have like a nutritional declutter in our life. It's the same like cleaning the closet, is it the same like just take and you clean the fridge? Does it look like this?
Yeah, exactly, definitely. Well, I guess that the first thing that we have to start with, you know, like we clear the clutter in our physical environment, but the first place we have to start is the kitchen. You just go in the kitchen and check all of your foods, check where there is expired dates, where there is some ingredients that you cannot recognize, all of this artificial chemicals or preservatives or any additives, and just throw away them. Or you know, because if they're there, you're just gonna reach them and then you're gonna eat them, you know, because you're gonna have this hunger moments when you're hungry and you're not able to make best choices because you're so hungry. um
So let me
so
ask you here,
yeah.
because yes, obviously we always tend to grab whatever is the easiest and whatever probably has all this, gluten like bread or, breadsticks or something. So if we don't have any sugar, if we don't have any bread around, what shall we reach out for if we have like a hungry moment and we want a quick snack?
Mhm. Well, that's a great question. Thank you for asking. Well, you can have easily healthy snacks. There is a healthy energy bars that are chocolates, lots of nuts inside, raisins, and they don't have any artificial sweeteners or bad things inside. You can easily get from these bars. The easiest thing is whenever you have a fruit, you can have a fruit with some, even fruit with some nuts. Even if you have a handful of nuts, it's providing you all of the protein and fat and fiber for the day as well, which is a great snack, I guess.
Hmm.
And yeah, even if you go somewhere outside and there is lots of shops, non-stop shops, and all of the shops, there is no shops that they don't have the simple fruits like a banana, apple, or orange, and they all have nuts, you know. They all have, you can always find the
Very
best.
good point, because we normally don't think like, oh, where are the nuts in the shop? But once we realize that this is the healthy snack, we'll automatically start looking for it, yeah,
Yeah.
when we are in the shop. Okay, what else
Mm. What else?
in terms of the
Um,
clutter?
okay, in terms of decluttering, first is the kitchen, then I guess it's very important if you minimize the times of the things that you use in the kitchen, like some utensilities that you haven't used in the last 6 months or you don't need anymore. You better get them and donate them in a good will if you don't use them. So you don't have to have clutter of all of these things that you don't need. So you create a space for new things that you might need in the future, and new fresh stuff that can come. And I think that's about the clearing clutter in the kitchen. You can clear also your wallet as well. You can go to your kitchen, your closet, your car, and yeah. But I want to mention about when you clean all of these things, then you have more time to when the things around you, your working environment is clean and clear out of the clutter, you're more able to focus on the most important stuff for you. So you're not anymore influenced by the things that are not important for you and not serving you anymore. And you also have to eat mindfully with all of your senses,
Mm,
because our digestion starts in the saliva, and what we eat and what we absorb is us, but at the same time what we hear, what we see, it's also a way to eat with all of our senses. And we have to be really focused on our food, and at least 20 minutes meal. Try with 20 minutes meal, because it takes 20 minutes to the gut to tell the brain that, you know, you're
we're
full, you
full.
don't need anymore. So you can eat, because if you include more quality instead of quantity, you might be eating less,
Mm,
and then you might be satisfied really with less than more. And yeah, you might feel better at the end of the meal as long as you're eating 80% full, and just for energy, not to overeat.
Very
And
good point.
yeah.
Good. So we've mentioned about decluttering the kitchen, magic snacks, eating mindfully. I love it. I absolutely love it. Chewing. How many times should we chew?
That's a great question. We should chew at least 30 times.
30 times. That
Yeah,
feels like forever.
yeah, one bite 30 times. Yeah, I know it's too much, but we're helping our food to be easier broken down, because we're producing these enzymes that are breaking down the food. uh, and it's starting from the mouth. Sometimes we might have some gut issues when the food goes down and is not easily broken down to all of the nutrients that actually we need. So that's why some people need to take extra digestive enzymes in order to break all of that food down. And this we don't eat proteins, and fats. We eat amino acids. Our body is broken down the protein to amino acids and the fats to cholesterol. So yeah, it's very important chewing as well. But there is another thing very important. That's why we talk. What we eat is important, but what is more important is how we eat. And when we eat, after each bite, if we can breathe between bites, because when you're breathing, you're burning more calories. And I think it's for people who are trying to lose weight,
Hmm.
breathing between bites probably is going to be essential, because they're burning much more calories when you're eating. You're eating
Wow, this is a revelation. I don't think
time.
a lot of people know about it.
Yeah, that's a quite great secret. But you just, for example, if you want this week, try just this one, just focus on this one, nothing else, and see how it's working. So you little by little you build this eating habit, just focusing on one thing, 1 to 3 things, no more, just however you can manage.
Wow, that's so insightful, Adriana. Thank you for sharing that. Is there anything else you want to add in terms of how to reach you? Anything about your latest programs? Anything that we've missed?
I don't think we missed. I think whatever needed to be said right now, it was said. We haven't missed anything important, I guess. The most important thing is that people have to have that knowledge and to make changes and choices from an empowered place, from really knowing, because knowledge is a power. When you know all of these things, you can really sit down and take some small choices every single day, which can be quite big. If you look at yourself in the next 2 or 3 years, you can be totally different person.
Absolutely. And all it takes is just start small, start from 1 week, like you're saying.
Yeah, it's so easy when you start small, and when you're surrounded by community which is full of supporting and inspiring people who believe what is possible for you and who are supporting you in all kinds of ways. It's easy. It's quite easy, because
Definitely.
sometimes it's coming to place our self-sabotaging beliefs, and it's we have to have these people, because when it's coming these moments, we have to reach out the phone and call the friend and ask them for a bit of advice or support, what to do in this moment. So we need them.
Absolutely. Adriana, before I say our goodbyes, I just want to mention one little thing. In
Mhm.
September, I am starting a challenge. Although it's not a challenge, it's more like a fun journey.
Yeah.
It is gonna take 5 days, starting on 21st of September, and it's gonna be a well-being journey for radiant mood and relaxed body that I'm gonna be taking my participants with.
Sounds amazing.
Also, nutrition is a big part of it. So I'm definitely inspired, and that will complement that program. So thank you for sharing the knowledge, Adriana. And I'm going to be talking a little bit more about it in separate lives. But for those who've been watching me, Adriana, today, if you want to take part in it, and if you want to have a promo price, there's going to be a promo price. So for participants of this live, I have a code which is called a Radiant Fox. So if you write me a message with a Radiant Fox, that's going to be a message that you're going to get a promo price on the Radiant Mood and Relaxed Body Well-being Journey, or a challenge if you like challenges. So that's all I wanted to add for today. Thank you for those who've been watching us live, and for those who are watching replay, you can put a replay in a comment so we can know with Adriana who's been watching replays. And thank you so much for joining us today, Adriana. Thank you as well. That has been a lot of very valuable knowledge. So thank you so much for taking your Sunday and sharing it with us.
Thank you so much too. It's been really a pleasure to share all of these things. Like there is so much more to share, but maybe it's gonna come in another live videos in the future that we're gonna do.
Absolutely, let's do it. You have so much to share and to inspire people, and yeah, let's start small. Just like you were saying, and it's a great beginning of a big journey. Just like you've mentioned earlier, it's absolutely life changing.
Yeah, everybody's like totally different food journey, and we just have to respect that fact and meet wherever we are and start from there, taking
That's a
simple,
great point.
small, manageable steps. Definitely. Thank you so much. I really enjoy talking to you and your loving, beautiful energy here. It's always nice to me when I talk to you. And I'm looking forward for your challenge to participate because I already know what kind of great challenges you're doing. I already have been there.
Oh yes, you've
Yeah,
taken part in the yoga one.
yeah, definitely. I loved your abundance challenge as well. And now the yoga is going to be another stretch and great improvement of the quality of my life as well. But the abundance mindset, creating that abundance mindset, it was really mind blowing.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, it's oh, yeah, it's a lot to mention. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, and thank you, Adriana, once again. And hopefully, see you in the next live.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.
Bye, bye, everyone.